Let me ask you something personal but important. Have you ever quietly wondered if masturbating every single day might somehow be harming your body, especially your prostate? If so, you're not alone. I speak with men all the time who carry silent questions like this, fears passed down from what they've heard online or from others who meant well but didn't have the facts. There's a lot of noise out there, alarming headlines, rumors, myths that spark fear. But today, let's turn down that noise. As a sexual health expert, my goal is to offer you calm, science backed guidance so you can feel confident about your body, your health, and your future. And before we dive deeper, have you ever been told that frequent ejaculation might actually protect your prostate? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear what you've heard before, and we'll see how it compares to the science. Let's start with the basics. Your prostate is a small, walnut shaped gland located just below your bladder. It helps create the fluid part of semen and plays a major role in male fertility and sexual function. But its importance doesn't stop there. As men age, the prostate becomes central to overall health, especially when it comes to urination and the risk of developing prostate-related diseases. And this is where the anxiety comes in. Many men have been told that frequent masturbation can overwork the prostate, cause inflammation, or even increase the risk of prostate cancer. These messages have created years, sometimes decades, of quiet worry for men. But when scientists finally looked at the data, what they found was the complete opposite of those fears. One of the most well-known studies on this subject came from Harvard researchers who followed over 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades. They didn't rely on guesswork. They tracked their habits, including how often they ejaculated each month, and monitored their health over time. What did they find? Men who ejaculated more frequently, around 20 or more times a month, were significantly less likely to develop prostate cancer than those who ejaculated less frequently. The reduced risk was substantial, about one-third lower for the most sexually active group. And that wasn't the only study. Similar findings have been observed in international research as well. So the question is, why would this happen? What is it about ejaculation, yes, even through masturbation, that appears to benefit the prostate? Let's break this down simply. First, there's what's known as the prostate stagnation theory. Picture the prostate as a network of tiny tubes and glands that produce fluid. If those ducts don't get emptied regularly, they can collect old cells, proteins, or irritants. Over time, this buildup might cause inflammation or even trigger cellular changes that raise cancer risk. Regular ejaculation may help flush out those secretions, keeping the environment inside the prostate cleaner and healthier. Next, we have cellular renewal. Every time a cell divides, there's a small chance for a genetic error, a mutation. If damaged cells sit for too long without being replaced, they might become dangerous. By promoting more frequent renewal through regular ejaculation, the prostate may better maintain a balance of healthy, properly functioning cells. And finally, let's talk about stress. Masturbation, when done in a healthy way, is linked to lower stress and better mood. Lower stress can reduce levels of chronic inflammation throughout the body, including in the prostate. And we know that chronic inflammation is a known contributor to many diseases, cancer included. So yes, when you look at the biology, it actually makes sense. Regular ejaculation might be nature's way of maintaining prostate health. But I want to pause here for a moment, because if you're dealing with current urinary issues, like needing to get up several times a night, feeling like your bladder isn't emptying completely, or noticing a weaker stream, it's important to know that this topic isn't just about cancer risk. Daily ejaculation is only one part of the picture. Many of those symptoms are linked to benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, a condition where the prostate becomes enlarged with age. While frequent ejaculation might help in the long run, managing these symptoms often requires a more complete approach. So let's look at the full picture of supporting your prostate health, especially as you age. First, your nutrition matters. A diet rich in fruits and vegetables, especially those high in antioxidants like tomatoes and leafy greens, can lower inflammation and protect cellular health. Healthy fats like those found in fish, flax seeds, and olive oil support hormone balance, which in turn affects the prostate. Second, physical activity is essential. Staying active helps reduce inflammation, control weight, and improve circulation to pelvic organs. Even moderate activity like walking or swimming a few times a week can make a noticeable difference. Third, quality sleep. If you're not sleeping deeply and consistently, your hormone levels, especially testosterone, can become imbalanced. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. Don't underestimate how much that affects the prostate. And finally, regular checkups. If you're over the age of 40 or have a family history of prostate issues, talk to your doctor about getting your prostate checked. Tests like the prostate-specific antigen blood test can help detect problems early when they're easier to treat. So, let's bring it back to where we started. If you masturbate daily, what does that mean for your prostate? According to decades of research, it might actually mean you're supporting your long-term prostate health in a simple, natural, and effective way. It's not a miracle solution, and it's not a substitute for good lifestyle choices, but it's certainly not something to fear. Sexual health is part of overall health, and understanding how your daily habits impact your body puts you in the driver's seat. So, if this brought you clarity, please give it a like. It helps more men find this kind of honest, science-based advice. And I'd love to know what other questions or myths about men's health have you come across. Drop them in the comments and let's tackle them together in a future video. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps more men find this kind of science-backed, judgment-free health advice. And if there's someone in your life who might benefit from hearing this message, feel free to share it with them. We're building a community here where men can talk openly, without shame, and that starts with you. Until then, stay informed, stay confident, and take care of yourself. You deserve it.